more questions. Okay. I was just seeing what my time is. You and Artemis share comfortable small talk as the car continues to venture forward. Outside the windows, buildings and streets zoom past until you're traveling on an expansive highway that's framed by tall trees on both sides. You have absolutely no clue where you're going. Maybe 15 more minutes pass until the car noticeably slows down. The conversation between you and Artemis hangs in the air for a second as you peek out the window and observe your surroundings. The car is pulling into a parking lot. There are trees everywhere. You're going to make a guess and assume that you're quite a ways away from town. The car rolls to a stop in the middle of the lot. You hear the doors unlock. All right, kids, this is it. Kids. You turn to Artemis to share an amused look with them, but they're distracted, more concentrated on unbuckling their seatbelt. Thank you so much. No problem. You two have a good day. Thank you. You too. The both of you gather your few things and get out of the car. You stand there in the parking lot for a moment, swiveling your head around to try to get a sense of where you happen to be. Right in front of you is a small brown brick building that kind of evokes the entrance to a public pool, but with glass doors instead of open walkways. You don't see a pool around the back, nor do you hear the squeals of children running around. Plus, you're sure that Artemis would have told you to bring some pool-appropriate clothes if they were taking you to one. You're still pretty lost as to where the two of you are right now. Another second of silence passes. Artemis brushes their knuckles against your shoulder. Let's get going. Wait, where are we? This feels like the middle of nowhere. Artemis smiles. The expression is something similar to conniving. Hello? It kind of is in the middle of nowhere.
Come on.
You'll figure it out in a second. They can be so ominous when they want to be. It's a little freaky. Either way, you follow close behind them as they begin to walk towards the entrance of the building. It's chilly when you step inside the building, the air conditioning working overtime for some reason. But it's when you take inventory of what's in front of you that you realize where you are. Before you is a long counter. An old woman sits behind it, paging thoughtfully through a novel. Behind her, though, is a full wall of archery bows, arrows of all colors resting neatly in tubes inside of wooden cubbies lined against the wall. There's also a snack vending machine, a couple of benches, and a water cooler, but these seem less important. Oh. That's all you say. Artemis turns to you, something bright taking over their face. Cool, right? You grin a little. Yeah, it's really cool. This is kind of funny, though. What do you mean? Well, your name is Artemis after all. Artemis goes redder than you thought they would. They sort of wrinkle their nose at you, making a sour face, but it feels more playful than anything. Your grin only grows larger. Okay, I know it's on the nose. I may have named myself after the Greek goddess, but I swear that I like archery for other reasons. I'm not judging. It's cute no matter what. It's cute no matter the reason. It's cute. Haha, yeah, it's real cute. The coincidence is fun. As the two of you speak, Artemis is leading you over to the counter. The woman at the counter sets her book down, resting it upside down to keep her place. Hey guys, what can I help you with today? Hi, did we get rentals for... Artemis turns to you. You can tell that they're so excited to be here with you, just from the way that they're looking at you. It makes you shy. Does 2 hours sound good? You blink up at them. That sounds good. I assume we can always add more time later if we want to hang around a bit longer. Artemis gives you a thumbs up and a grin. Cool. They turn back to the women at the counter, and they start discussing rental prices and time slots. It's a bunch of stuff that you don't exactly understand when it comes to the context of this place, so you zone out, looking around the open room curiously. You're pulled back to reality when Artemis judges you. You're pulled back to reality when Artemis nudges you with their elbow. You look up at them. They're offering you a bow, shiny and black, and a quiver of arrows with bright green fletchings. You stare at it for a second, then take it from them. The bow is lighter than you expected it to be. Thank you. Artemis smiles. Their eyes twinkle. You're welcome. There's another moment of silence. Wow. It's like my brain wants to jump ahead, and it like tries to intersnip words in, and that's not the right words. Oh, had to yawn, sorry. There's another moment of Artemis conversing with the clerk at the counter. She hands them a bow from the wall behind her. This one, a deep faded blue, and then a quiver of black arrows. They thank her, shouldering both the bow and the quiver. They shake some hair out of their eyes, then look down at you. Okay, let's get going. Where? Outside, silly. Follow me. They cross in front of you, gently brushing their fingers against the small of your back as they do so. You have to try hard not to stiffen, the tips of your ears growing warm. They lead you out of a door to your left, holding it open for you. You dip your head towards them in thanks, walking outside. The temperature has gone up a bit since you first left your place. The sun is warm on your arms. Outside, under the shade of the trees in the near distance, is a line of multicolored archery targets. Some are closer to you than others, and there are a couple of other people out here this afternoon. Behind you, by the fence that separates the range from the parking lot, is a set of benches under a covered enclosure. You follow Artemis down to the far side of the range, away from the main building and the other people practicing. The two of you are alone over here. Artemis turns to you then, apparently situated in front of a series of targets. They smile at you, easy and sweet. So, have you done this before? So I have mentioned before that I used to do a it was called adaptive PE, and we did stuff like archery and different various things. I would occasionally be pulled from class so that I could do this special type of PE in like a different building from my classmates, and yeah, it was fun. Sorry, my oops. Give me 1 second. Doesn't want to cooperate. That's not what I wanted. Sorry. There we go. Sorry, I have one of my friends over to the to my right on my Roku TV, and I have his stream up so that I could give him a watch, or I can give him like a viewer. And all of a sudden my Roku just kicked me out of the program I was watching. I had to redo everything again. It's a third-party app that I'm watching, because for some reason Roku and Twitch don't want to talk to each other, don't want to get along. So I have to use, it's called Twaku, and Twaku is what I use to watch my friends on Twitch. So, although it won't let me watch my own, which is a little frustrating, but okay. Oh well. But yeah, I've done archery before. It's been a long time. There's a lot that I forget. One of the main things I remember is just be careful where you don't overextend when your arms, or else when you pull back the string, then it could hit you in your inner arm and you can get like a string burn or whatever. And then also be careful where your fingers are placed when you're pulling back the bow, and don't have it in the path of the arrows, of the fletching, because you can slice a finger if you do. But I don't really know that much. Also, I think I mentioned this, but I don't think I'd be able to even pull back a bow properly anymore. My strength is kind of not there really. So have you done this before? I think for stream I said no, I haven't. This one I'm gonna say yes, but I'm not good though. Yeah, I've done this a couple times. Can't say I'm any good at it though. It's been a while. Here, let me help you then. There's a whole proper stance and everything. Is there? Yeah, hold on. They set their bow and quiver down on the grass, far enough away from the two of you that you know Artemis won't step on them by accident. They stand there next to you for a moment, watching you attempt to situate yourself. You sling the quiver across your hips like you've seen actors do in movies. Then you make a guess at the proper form, bow in hand. Artemis cocks his head over to you, but they begin to smile. Or at you. You immediately see them try to bite it back. You do everything in your capacity not to flush with embarrassment. Okay, you're close. Don't be patronizing. Artemis laughs, and you know they can't help themselves. They take a step towards you, hands out as they examine your stance. I'm not, it's just cute. Cute. They laugh again, but this time it's more of an amused exhale, paired with a small smile. Your heartbeat does something funny. I'm messing with you. There's a silence. Move your left foot forward a little bit. You follow their instructions, shifting your left foot forward a couple inches. Another beat passes. You feel Artemis's hand on your back, firm and directing. Instinctively, you adjust yourself. Stand up straight. If you lean back, your aim is going to be off. The other hand is on you now, their palms sliding down to your waist. They push your hips forward the slightest bit. You feel your ears start to grow warm. Artemis's touch seems to burn through your clothes. Your hips go over your feet. Their hands wander up again, brushing over your shoulders. You swallow thickly. And your shoulders, square your shoulders. You do as you're told. You hear them hum in approval. You look good. You don't even know what to say to that, so you don't say anything. The blush from your ears seeping into your cheeks. You don't think Artemis is even aware of how close they are to you right now. They take a step back from you, their hands slipping from your shoulders to dip into the quiver slung across your hips. When they move to give you the arrow, they step in close to you again. You can feel their presence against your back. Fully. You take the arrow from them, trying not to tremble. Knock the arrow between the knocking points, the little metal pieces. The arrow clicks into place between the knocking points. Artemis reaches around and presses the arrow onto the arrow rest. Put the knock in between your index and middle finger. Yeah, good. Okay, look at the target. Take a breath. You try and focus your eyes on the target. It's just about 20 yards away, which is pretty far. You take in a deep breath.
Relax. You're tense.
Oh. Their hands are on your shoulders again, thumbs rubbing circles into your shirt. You exhale and try to loosen up. Your heart is hammering in your chest. Artemis steps away to give you space to draw. You take another breath and pull the string back. You pull the string back with your dominant hand, trying to keep the arrow atop the rest. Damn, it's a bit harder to pull the string back than you thought. You can feel the muscles in your arm flex. Another breath. You pull until the string is fully extended and... The arrow goes flying, faster than you ever expected it to, and thunks on the right side of the target, in the black zone. It's not a bullseye, but it's also not a miss, so it's a win. You did it! You swivel to them, suddenly euphoric. I did it! I want to see what you got. I bet you're pretty good. Artemis laughs shyly, scratching the back of their head. I'm not that good. I just do this for fun. Yeah? But I bet you're you're here like all the time. There's no way you're not good. You watch Artemis's cheeks go a shaft? The words soft and shade just like merged in my head. Oh my god. You watch Artemis's cheeks go a soft shade of pink. It's kind of funny that they try so hard to be humble. Well, let's see. Artemis sighs, shaking their head, then smiles a little. Okay, fine. I did drag you all the way out here after all. You did. It'd be a waste for you not to show me your skills.
Oh my god.
You're gonna make me blush, quit it. You point at them, smirking cheekily. You're already blushing. At this, Artemis goes even pinker. They sputter something incoherent before speaking something that makes sense. Honey, I'm just saying. Artemis sort of just stands there for a moment, effectively flustered. A short silence passes. Then you gesture vaguely at the archery target on the far side of the range. Artemis sighs again, and you have to bite back a grin. They take off their glasses, resting them atop their head. They reach down into the grass, picking up their bow and quiver of arrows. In one fluid moment, they sling the quiver across their hips. They get into position smoothly, adapting a relaxed but straight posture. You watch captivated as they dip into their quiver for an arrow, knocking it effortlessly. You almost didn't see it happen with how fast they're going. In one moment, Artemis is drawing, the bowstrings tensioned tight, and in the next moment, the arrow is speeding across the range, landing just outside the inner yellow ring. Artemis, what the hell? Not that good, my ass. Artemis laughs again, suddenly awkward. They pull at the collar of their shirt. That was nothing. Nothing? That was definitely not nothing. I'm currently witnessing the birth of an archery superstar. Artemis groans, rolling their head onto their shoulders. Their cheeks are... Their cheeks are a stunning shade of red. Cute. Do it again. Artemis waves her hand at you, like they're trying to bat the subject away. It's not going to be good a second time. I'm filled with nerves now. Haha, nerves? Do I make you nervous? Artemis doesn't answer that, just slides their gaze over to the target on the far side of the range, with their teeth on their bottom lip. You have to hold back a laugh. Really, it's so easy to embarrass them nowadays. There's a silence, then Artemis begins to make their way towards the target to retrieve the arrows. You watch them do so, your eyes following the bob of their wings as they jog back and forth. Once they come back over to you, they look bright, like they have something to tell you. They put their glasses back on. They hand you your arrow, the tip pointed towards the grass, and you take it, carefully putting it in your quiver. I just had an idea. What's the idea? Let's have a little competition. Your mouth drops open into a curious O shape. Competition? Artemis nods enthusiastically, already starting to grin. They move closer to you, to nudge a closed fist against your shoulder. You smile up at them. Yeah, we can see who can score the most points after like 5 arrows or something, and whoever wins gets a prize. Ooh, a prize. What kind of prize are we talking? I do like myself a good prize. Artemis laughs. Smooth and sweet. It makes your head feel a little floaty. I don't know. You can pick whatever you want. Just don't make it too crazy. Your options are limitless. If you win this archery contest against Artemis, what do you want as your prize? I'm going to say dinner. I asked for a kiss for my stream. If I win, I want you to buy me dinner. Artemis grins and reaches over to tap your temple lightly. Their fingers linger against your skin for a moment. They drop down to their side, then drop down to their side. You're trying not to overthink the motion, but you do feel yourself grow a little shy. That's a good one. Shame I didn't think of that one. You can still say that I have to buy you dinner if you win, you know. Artemis sighs and rolls her eyes, smiling. Yeah, I know, but it wouldn't be any fun if I did that, would it? I'm going to come up with something so outrageous that you'll be forced to do your best. Oh my god, it's nothing too outrageous, okay? Artemis sticks her tongue out at you playfully. Their eyes sparkle. No promises. Okay, you want to take that target over there? It'll be easier if we're not crowding around the same one. Sounds good to me. And let's see. We can do scoring out of 5 instead of out of 10 to make it easier to see from over here. If you're being honest, you don't exactly know what that means, but Artemis seems to know what it means. So that's all that matters, you suppose. Okay. Artemis peers off into the near distance, observing the targets from where they're standing. After a beat, they look over at you and grin. You can't help but smile back. Best of 5 sound good to you? Oh yeah, it sounds good to me. Artemis reaches out to you with a closed fist, probably for you, the bump. You do so, gently knocking your knuckles against theirs. But then you remember something. Wait, you never picked what you wanted if you won. Artemis shrugs nonchalantly, dropping their head down on their side. Oh, I don't know yet. I'm still figuring it out. They smirk, their teeth on their bottom lip. Their hand comes up again to boop you on the tip of your nose. Your heart stutters in your chest.
I'll let you know when I win.
Wow. You reel back, making like you're going to chomp on Artemis's finger. They laugh, poking you on the cheek instead. Cocky. When you win, I think you're underestimating me. Oh, we'll see. They wink at you, then step back to take their position at their target. Sometimes you want to kick their shins. You have got to win, though. Free dinner sounds so good. You're getting kind of hungry thinking about it even now. Maybe you can get Artemis to take you to that cilantro place again. You move over to the target next to Artemis, ready to get into position. You try your best to adopt the posture that Artemis had helped you with just moments before. Relaxed, not tense. Hips over your feet, squared shoulders. You take a breath. Okay, you think you've got it. You peek over at Artemis. They're getting into position too, but they seem to feel your eyes on them because they slide their gaze over to you. They put their glasses up on their head again. They smile, ever so charming, their brows raised a little. You pull an ugly face in response. The way they laugh, then, makes you smile despite yourself. Why do you keep putting your glasses up like that? I'm farsighted. Ha ha ha. It's easier for me to just take my glasses off. But enough about that. Let's start, okay? On my mark. You roll your shoulders, looking back over at your target on the far side of the range. You take a deep breath and exhale slowly. 3, 2, 1. Your arrow goes flying through the air and lands solidly in the right side of the blue ring. 3 points. You lower your bow and squint over at Artemis's target. Their arrow landed in the black ring. 2 for them. Oh, nice! 3 for you and 2 for me. Let's go again. The two of you go over to your targets in unison, collecting your arrows and going back over to where you had previously been standing to start again. You get back into position and Artemis begins to count off again. 3, 2, 1. Your arrow goes flying through the air and lands solidly in the bottom side of the black ring. 2 points. You lower your bow and squint over at Artemis's target. Their arrow landed in the white ring. 1 for them. Oh, nice! 2 for you and 1 for me. Let's go again. The two of you go over to your targets in unison, collecting your arrows, and going back over to where you had previously been standing to start again. You get back into position and Artemis begins to count off again. 3, 2, 1. Your arrow goes flying through the air and lands solidly in the bottom side of a black ring. 2 points. You lower your bow and squint over at Artemis's target. Their arrow landed in the black ring. 2 for them. Oh, nice! 2 for you and 2 for me. Let's go again. The two of you go over to your targets in unison, collecting your arrows and going back over to where you had previously been standing to start again. You get back into position and Artemis begins to count off again. 3, 2, 1. Your arrow goes flying through the air and lands solidly in the right side of a yellow ring. Nice going! 5 points. You lower your bow and squint over at Artemis's target. Their arrow landed in the yellow ring. 5 for them. Oh, nice! 5 for you and 5 for me. Let's go again. The two of you go over to your targets in unison, collecting your arrows and going back over to where you had previously been standing to start again. You get back into position and Artemis begins to count off again. 3, 2, 1. Your arrow goes flying through the air and lands solidly in the right side of a black ring. 2 points. You lower your bow and squint over at Artemis's target. Their arrow landed in the yellow ring. 5 for them. Oh, nice! 2 for you and 5 for me. Well, okay, that's it then. Let me total the scores really quick. Mental math? Artemis winks at you cheekily. Believe it or not, my memory is pretty good. Okay. So I had 2, 1, 2, 5, and 5. That's 15 for me. Not too bad, rookie. Artemis laughs, dipping their chin a little bit. It's then that they seem to realize that their glasses are still resting on top of their head, and they put them back on. Alright, your total, you had 3, 2, 2, 5, and then 2. That's 14 for you, so... A smile stretches across Artemis's face, pushing their ruby eyes into a squint and wrinkling their nose. Looks like I won, heh. You can't even be mad. Artemis is quite good at this archery thing, all Greek goddesses aside. And besides, you really like the way they're smiling right now. It's sweet. You are really good at this. No surprise there. Artemis grows bashful in the shortest span of a second, scratching the back of their head. Oh please, it's nothing really. I was tempted to let you win. That would have been almost insulting. They laugh, bright and sunny, and you're not too far behind them. Okay, so what do you want since you won? Oh, I forgot about the prize. Let me think. They think for a moment, tapping idly at their chin as they do so. But it's not long before they perk up with an idea. Well, you watch their cheeks color again. The rosiness of their face makes your heart stutter happily. Well, you said what you wanted. No, it doesn't matter what I want. What do you want? This is your prize. The flush in their cheeks grows deeper, and their smile turns shy. Okay, this is gonna sound so corny. Okay, I like corny. Haha, okay, good. Because this is so... Let's go on another date. As my prize. Your brain stops working for a moment. This sentence implies several different things, and you... This was a date? Oh no. Oh no. You blurt this out before you think to hold it back, face suddenly hot. Artemis blinks at you owlishly. You thought it wasn't? I don't know, It doesn't have to be a date if you don't want it to. No, this was good. We're good. I'll let you take me on another date. For your prize. If that's okay. You and Artemis stare at each other for a long minute. Then they crack the slightest of smiles, averting their eyes to the grass. That's okay. I'd really like that. I would too. Artemis looks at you for a bit, then slides their eyes up toward the sky. They clear their throat. So... Their eyes drop back down to your face, and they grin, warm and bright, like they've never been happier. Want to shoot a couple more rounds? Okay. Nice. After working all week long, you've got $18 to add to your spending fund. You now have $37. Have you saved? Have you saved? Save, please. Okay. I don't mean to be yawning. I apologize. When you temporarily forget if you saved or not, so you have to save again. I have lost too much progress in too many different older games to even take the risk, you know? But yeah, that was super cute. And you get to have a little bit more lore with Artemis. And Artemis also good with archery. It's cute. Cute little surprise date. And I got the coffee achievement. That was super cool. But yeah. It looks like these episodes are starting to get longer. So you're probably going to see more of what I did for the last what's it called? Chapter, I guess you could say. because there was multiple parts to it. And I just edited it into 3 different parts for 3 different videos. So this one looks like it's gonna be, well, you've probably already seen it, but it's a 2-parter. But yeah, again, I'm really enjoying this game. It's super fun, and I can't wait to play more in the future. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here while I get the hiccups. That's gonna be all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe, stay happy, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.